All right, today we're having a little fresh orange juice squeezed from the trees around town. Anyway, mm, pretty good. But no, we're not going to pop a espresso shot in there. A lot of people do that nowadays, though. But it's pretty darn good. And then we got the base is drying. It's all painted. Have one little flosh spot, so I'm going to let that dry and sand out. And then we got our gasket to get out, which is probably going to be real super hard to do. I've been soaking it, and let's just see if we can get this baby out. Sometimes if you can just get something underneath it, like was using an X-Acto knife quite often. I snap the blade, but anyway, if you get something underneath, it's the best thing, because once you have something under, it'll pop out. And this one, amazing enough, I soaked it Tim Riertsen method for just overnight, and it came out a lot easier than the other ones where I just started hacking and scraping. And so I'm not sure if that helped a lot, but it sure seems to, because this basket I did replace once, and it was a bear to get the other one out. I just kept working at it, and anyway, but so we got something underneath this one, and it's going to be a total bear to get out. But hey, watch this. There it is, right out. Now here's the thing on these. They kind of gouge this one. We're not going to reuse it, but if you really were in a panic, you might. But if you look really close, you can see there's a little round groove. That's where the boiler fits on it and seals, right? So sometimes if you flip them over, if you can get them out this easy and they stay pretty whole, the other side doesn't have that. So if you flip them, you might be able to get a seal. I say get a new gasket every time, but if you're in a pickle there, you could do that. And that might seal again. My gaskets haven't come in. They're coming from Stefano and this time. And they're not in yet, but they'll probably be in today, maybe Monday. So yeah, see that little... But if you flipped it, you could use it. I did do that once and it worked out, but usually these things get destroyed. And this one got a couple little gouges getting it started anyway. And then I realized it spun and was loose and came right out. So that was a magical one. Usually they don't do that. So don't think that that's going to be what's going to happen every time. Yeah. All right, we got that out. So that's a major accomplishment. And so we're getting ready. I soaked it. The only thing I didn't like was when you soak it, you get a little bit of rust sometimes on these. I mean, it might have been there, but I don't know. It's not that big a deal. They're still in there good. But yeah, check it out. Excellent. So that's ready to go. I do have one stainless steel one too. I could cheat and put that on, but I'm going to wait for the gaskets, and that'll be pretty good. So I didn't need any of my tools. This little long flathead, even if you sharpen the tip even a little, is a great little tool, because you can kind of wedge in and get past things, right? You can go through, and you can go this way, and things like that. So that's a great little tool, and yeah, the element's going. We're getting ready to do my usual Christmas special for the La Pavoni, and I've done, I think, 5. This will be my 5th or 6th one. I still have Misty Blue. If you go on Espresso Classics, the Art of La Pavoni Espresso. I still have some of these left. I've been selling quite a bit of them, amazing enough, but I'm getting ready to do the Doctor Who pretty soon, so that'll be the next in the series. So these are only 50 altogether. It's down to just a little over, I don't know how many I'd have to count, but there's not a lot. So I'm not going to make any more of this particular one after 50. And you get your little certificate, so it's pretty cool. Perhaps it'll be a nice collector's item at one point. But that's really going good. That's pretty darn cool. And we're going to have stew starting probably early next week. We're going to have, let's see if you can see this baby. Whoa, I almost fell down. There we are. We're going to have our own little Ocean Steep coffee. It's going to be similar to the one we drink all the time, but we're going to be from a farm up the hill. We're going to be acquiring the beans, medium dark, pre-roasted, the whole, they really do all the work. And but we're going to have our own little bulk coffee. So that's pretty cool. You'll be able to get that on Etsy. And we're going to have a gift pack with a pin too. And I put a bunch of neat little items up there too, and a couple rare things. If, sometimes you're looking for something really kind of crazy and rare. I have a couple of those things. Maybe not the part you're always looking for, like the Holy Grail thing, but anyway, we do. And then, we're going to have the Christmas specials coming up. It's going to have all the usual things, Walt Pavoni making espressos. There's going to be a surprise on it. I'm just finishing that little modification. And that's going to be really cool Christmas music. And we're getting the electric trains out. So I got some new track this year. But I'm going to get out the classics. Look at that, Peter. One time I didn't use the right engine anyway. But I had an engine that was old and it was my original one, so I used it. But I did get this engine recently for the Christmas train, just because it's kind of like that. And we'll have a passenger train run too. And, the old classics. One of my favorites is the logs. And then I do have a caboose. Now, I've had a couple cabooses, but I don't know how they got destroyed, but they always did. But I have this kind of cool one now. So we'll make a little short train there. And we have a couple other things. So that's going to be really cool. And we're going to pop on the machines here and have another coffee. The week's been pretty good. I got a lot done, but we did some surfing and a ton of work. All these people are coming back, but that's what we do. We get their houses ready, and there's always something. So we're going to go and get the cart going. We got the gasket off the Element, which was going to be the hardest thing. But the new ones are coming. We got the pins, and we're going to have the coffee going. So all that is really cool. Yeah, pins and coffee. So that'll be great. And that's it. And any other news? Yeah, me and Newt have another little channel. That's just like our afternoon adventures, not really pertaining to Espresso, but that's all we're doing. And we've got our tree up, and that's going to be in the Christmas video we're making later today. And first we're going to go down and do a couple chores, probably pick up probably pokey again. We've been kind of on a pokey thing lately, but we'll probably go get some pokey for lunch. And it's going to be totally cool. And then I'm going to pop these on, babies on, and off we'll go again.